Name and tell me where you're from.
I am Maureen Francisco from Issaquah, Washington.
Okay, and Maureen, what is your ethnicity?
I am Filipino American.
Okay, and are you married, single, dating?
I am single.
Okay, do you have any children?
No children.
Okay, and what do you do, Maureen?
I am a senior doctor community advisor. I work on a social networking website for people who want to learn about aesthetic surgery. So I help doctors understand the power of social networking and also the power of having an internet presence.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do when you're not working? How do you spend your weekends and free time?
So when I'm not working, I honestly just want to sleep. And I say that because I have such a jam-packed week. I work at Real Self, plus I'm writing a book. That's another investment that I'm doing. I volunteer about 20 hours a week for several nonprofit organizations. I'm a writer for several newspaper in addition to a magazine. So on the weekends, I love to sleep, work out, watch a movie, soak in the bathtub, just a weekend to really, feel refreshed and feel charged again for the week.
Okay, perfect. Well, you're a very busy person, so I can see why you want to get some relaxed time on the weekends.
Yes.
Um, I know that Isaac and I approached you about being on the invested life, but what is it appeal? Why do you want to be on the invested life?
So I want to be on this show because I want to learn how to manage my finances better. We live in a world right now where we don't know what the future is going to look like, and it's really important to make sure your portfolio is diversified. I don't want to be 60 years old and my lifestyle changes. I love getting my manis and pedis every 2 weeks. I love getting massages every month. I'm in a place where I eat out every single meal. I can buy coffee rather than make coffee anytime I want. So I want to make sure that my lifestyle never changes. In fact, I want it to improve. And I think your show will help me walk me step by step on how I can make sure I achieve that goal.
Okay, perfect answer. And what do you hope to learn from meeting with the financial coach?
So I want to know, am I maximizing my current portfolio? I have my money in CDs and my 401k, IRA, in addition to my savings account and life insurance. Am I doing everything I possibly can, or are there other opportunities I'm not looking at? So I just want to make sure I work smart and not work hard.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your home and how you're trying to sell it and why.
So I live in a two-bedroom, two-bathroom condo. I am not married. I do not have children. I don't need all of the space. In fact, I have one room that's completely vacant. What a waste of money. Yes, I could have renters, and I did, but again, I like the freedom of coming home and it's my place. So I want to sell this house because I just don't want a majority of my money going to my mortgage. It really prevents me from investing, from traveling. I just don't want to have a big overhead. So the sooner I can get rid of my property and live in a one-bedroom apartment, I feel like that's a better strategic move for me.
Okay, and why are you seeking out this opportunity now in your life?
So I am 33 years old, and 60 is not that far away. Yes, it's still 20 some years away, 20 plus, but really it's just around the corner. And I'm at the time of my life where I am making money, good money, and I want to make sure, again, that doesn't change. I'm putting away a certain amount that's going to make sure that when I'm 60, my lifestyle doesn't change. It's better to start right now than wait until later.
Okay, and tell me about your investment experience to date. Tell me about your 401k, your life insurance, your CDs, any investing experience you have at all.
So I've been very conservative in terms of my investment because I just don't want to light a fire with my money. I've worked very hard. So I have CDs. The majority of my money is in CDs because I've heard of the news and I've watched it unfold of companies that abuse their power, and and people's life savings vanish just like that. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen to me. My portfolio is very diversified. I have my money in my 401k, which I'm not touching until my retirement age. I have money in my life insurance. So that way, if anything ever happens to me, my family's well taken care of. And with this life insurance, it allows me to take a certain amount of money after 10 years. So again, I just want to make sure I'm able to take money out because I don't know if I'll still make this amount of money 10 years from now. And I have my money in my savings because I think it's really important to have cash, available cash right now when you need it. My worst investment is buying a house, to be honest with you, because again, we did not foresee that the housing bubble, right, would just crash. And I'm not gonna make a lot of money out of this house. I just want to get rid of it.
Okay. Well, it seems like, I mean, even at a very young age, you've made some really wise decisions. Would you say you're pretty self-directed and you came to these conclusions yourself? Like, did you do research and stuff in order to figure out, like, how the market works? Because, I mean, you're very knowledgeable of it. How did you come to all these conclusions?
So I listen to people who are very wealthy and I ask them, what did you do to be where you're at? So I am around people who have money to invest. I also read a lot online. Like I'm attracted to stories about how to leverage your finances, how to make sure you're not going to be underwater. So those are the types of stories that I'm attracted to. I just want to make sure that I surround myself with a lot of knowledge because if you don't take a hold of your finances, you have no direction towards your future. I really believe there's a strong correlation between your finances and your future. And if you ignore your finances, your future is not going to look good.
Okay. And have you ever invested online before?
I've never invested online. I've go online to check how my portfolios are doing, but I've never played with the stocks. I don't feel that I am knowledgeable enough to take that risk. And I say the word risk because if I'm not comfortable with it, then that's a risk.
Okay. Is investing online something that a coach would you be interested if a coach wanted to teach you?
If the coach can show me the returns and the why behind investing online, then yes, I'll be more open to it. Right now, I am just so green. I have no idea where to begin. So I'm investing in some things that I at least know will materialize, will be profitable.
Okay. And how have you gone about investing in the past? Have you ever used a broker?
I've hired someone. So I have someone who's managing my finances, and your show comes at the right time because I don't have a good connection with him, meaning he has to see me face to face to report how my finances are doing. And I'm a busy woman. Just tell me over the phone, tell me online. So yes, I am using someone, but I just feel like, why can't you work the way that I work? Tell me how much I'm making, how much my investments are making. Just tell me simply. We don't need to sit down in a meeting and, you sugarcoat it. Just say, yes, it's in the positive, no, it's in the negative, and here's why, and this is what we need to do. I just want a coach to walk me through just no bullshit. Give me straight facts.
Okay. So would you say you're trying to get more like hands-on your finances and investments?
Am I trying to be more hands-on with my finances? Absolutely. You cannot depend on one person to take care of everything. What happens if they make a mistake? What happens 20 years from now? I decide to pull money out and it's all gone. It's not the financial advisor's fault. It's my fault because I wasn't on top of it.
Uh-huh. Perfect. So is he a financial planner or is he a broker?
I believe he's a planner slash advisor, and I am excited to know the differences between a broker, a planner, advisor. To me, they're all the same people, but now I'm learning it's there are different positions, and certain positions are allowed to do certain things. So your show is going to educate me on that.
obstacles you face in your daily life, like some of the financial obstacles?
So, some of the financial obstacles I'm currently facing on a daily basis is time. I don't cook, so what do? I buy my food. And when you buy food at a restaurant or go out to eat, it costs money. So here's where I have a really interesting personality where I have the ability to buy coffee anytime I want. That's a luxury. At the same time, I have that guilt factor going, you know what? I could be saving that money. So I struggle with that on a regular basis. I struggle between wants versus needs.
Okay, perfect. And tell me about some of the interpersonal relationships in your life right now.
So I have a
Like the
one
people about your friends and family that live near you, and if they live near you.
Okay, so I have a wonderful relationship with my mother. She has been an amazing role model. She's a woman who came from very humble beginnings, where we lived in a house in the Philippines with 15 people and one bathroom. And when she came to America, I watched her become a housekeeper, even though she had a college education in the Philippines. So I know she had to really swallow her pride. Fortunately, she was able to work her way up in America and had a communications job at Boeing. Again, her salary wasn't an executive salary by any means, but she was able to put many of my cousins through college. I think about a dozen. And to me, that is very impressive. And again, I couldn't do that. I can't put my, cousins' children through college because I wouldn't have the finances. But here's my mother making a third of what I made, and she was able to do that. So she's been a really good role model.
Very good role model.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And what about like friends or coworkers, like people you see on a day-to-day basis? The reason I ask is because if you're selected on the show, we want to show that you're a real person and not an actor or an actress. So what we do is sometimes, like when you're with a financial coach, we'll be like, let's make this, very humble, very you. Why don't you, bring your friend along so we can show that, this is what you guys do together and you're learning science at the same time. So what are some of your friends, coworkers that you hang out with or see on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so I have friends with real money, and again, they make way more than me, and I get influenced, so I think I make the same amount as them. So we eat out at fancy places, we go out, we enjoy the good life. And then I have other friends who don't make as much money as me, so they keep me very humble, make sure I don't overspend. Yeah, like I enjoy doing many activities with people, whether it's with my wealthy friends, and I'm going to categorize them as wealthy and humble. Wealthy friends, they want to go to a different state and party it up. And as you know, that's going to cost a lot of money. But they don't even think twice about it. And then with my humble friends, a movie will do, a coffee will do. Okay, so they keep me. They keep things in perspective. Like, hey, make sure you're not living outside of your means. I live in the same county. Okay, I live in the same county as Bill Gates, who was at one time the world's richest man. So you can just see my environment. There's a lot of people with flashy cars, flashy things. So it really is easy to get sucked into that.
Okay. And do you have like some names of people, like friends or family that you would want involved? We also put together like information we send. It doesn't have to be people for sure that would want to be on the show with you, but just some names.
Oh yeah, I have
your mom. What is your mom's name?
It's Myrna.
Meredith?
Myrna, Myrna.
Okay.
And then I have a coworker who I've been working with now at 2 different jobs for about 6 years. And she's a single woman. I would love her to be on the show because I see her on a regular basis. And we talk a lot about money. She's going on a great vacation to Hawaii. She's going to go to Belize in March. So she is spending, spending, and spending. And I think she would also learn from the show.
Okay. And what's her name?
Kirsten. She looks like the gal Brittany on Glee.